All right, I want to show an incident that happened to me yesterday. Right now, it is March 12th, 11:30 p.m. So this happened March 11th. And as you can notice here, you can see that there was a $6 bonus given. And you can see right here that the driver canceled. I actually ended the ride early because the passenger, well, I'm going to show the video in a few seconds. So here's the ride request. Number one, didn't want to do it because this is going to be 5.1 miles for a measly $4.38. I also didn't want to do it because this is a new passenger and it was the middle of the night. I don't like picking up new passengers in the middle of the night because you don't know if this person got kicked off the platform before and now they're trying to rob a driver, attack a driver. You just never know. I like picking up people at nighttime that have some sort of ride history, but sometimes I would still do a ride. So it started off wrong even at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold my phone up to my dash cam so you can see the video, and I'm hoping that I can catch the audio pretty good. All right, I'm gonna try to blur out the passenger's face so I don't get into no type of trouble. Hello. Yeah?
Hold on, I put the wrong location in.
I'm telling you right now, if you about to change the location, I'm gonna cancel it anyway. Right. It lets us cancel if the destination changes.
I was about to give you some extra money, but that's cool.
No, I'm good.
Can you cancel it?
You gotta exit the vehicle for me to do that.
Cancel it.
For safety measures, we have access to a panic button, but you need to close my door. Fucking idiot, man. So basically, the individual booked the ride, and they booked the ride for just that half a mile. As soon as I get to the pickup location, sure enough, this guy tells me that, oh, I put the wrong location in. Dude, don't play these games. Don't play these games, man. Now, I can't show the way bill for that particular ride. I wish I would have brought it up and did the screen recordings, but I had already went through this little scenario and everything. But I'm pretty sure the guy probably wanted to take a ride. Because like I said, it was late night, 9 out of 10. The guy probably wanted to take a ride to like Bowling Greens, Perrysburg. Probably he could have even wanted to go to Michigan because he did have a bag with him. For all I know, he might have been trying to take a flight or something, meaning he would have wanted to go to Romulus, Michigan. And I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to drive from Toledo to Romulus, not for some little half-ass pay from Lyft. I'm not going to do it or anything. But I ended up telling the dude, it doesn't matter if you want to change it or not. I accepted the trip as is. You know, I'm going to cancel and everything. So he was a little bit upset with that. He didn't get totally belligerent. But what pisses me off is the dude wanted me to cancel right then and there. First off, I need access to the panic button. For all I know, this was a setup. Dude was really persistent into trying to get me to cancel the ride while he was still in my car. You got a bag and I don't know what's in the bag or any of that. None of that. Then you want to sit there and hold my door open and wait for me to cancel it. Now, what does that tell you? Any veteran driver, what does that tell you? This is not his first account. It says new account, but he may have made a fake account or something. Why is it that you so concerned about me canceling the ride right then and there and you in the car? Now you're in the doorway and haven't closed my door. Honestly, a lot of stuff went through my head. Like this dude probably was going to pull a gun out on me as soon as I would have ended the ride because he didn't know how the app worked and he needed me to go offline so it's not going to be tracking, or who knows what he could have been trying to pull. Now, I think it was just a situation where he wanted to cancel, but if you really are a new account holder, you don't know about any of the bullcrap that drivers have tried to pull, like ask you to get out of the car, then they drive to the drop-off location. First off, none of this stuff would happen if, as a passenger, if you have in your app, you have your location on. If you got your location on, I'm trying to circle it, but I can't use the marker on this part of the thing. But you see where the location is. If you have your location on, if a driver says that they picked you up and they go to the drop-off location and end the ride as if you took the ride, Lyft knows that you was not in the car because you have your location on. They would know that you're not in the car. So if the driver is trying to scam money and you have your location on, you don't have to worry about these issues. But you're gonna have to worry about these issues when you don't have location on, and you have to worry about if you are a woman and you're worried about whether the driver is gonna do something to you and everything. You should have your location on. You should have your location on your Google as well, so maybe a close relative or a few close relatives, they can actually see your whereabouts through the Google Maps. You can share your location. But in this particular case, dealing with this dude, like I said, it was just too many red flags. It's a new account. Then when I get there, you talking about, oh, I want to change the drop off. Now, I do respect the fact that at least he tried to tell me, because I hate when I just start driving and then people, they change the information, which good thing for him that he did tell me up front, because if I'd have started driving, I would have dropped him off wherever it was that, when he would try to change the location. If he would have tried to change the drop off, I would have just went on ahead and ended the ride where it was actually the exit my vehicle. Sometimes if I haven't got too far, I'll go ahead and I will take the person right back to wherever I got them from, because I don't want no bullcrap. I know if you pull away from their pickup location, you're 9 out of 10, you're going to have some trouble with them, and you're going to have to get the cops involved in all of these things. But it's just weird that I told him I wouldn't, if he's trying to change the location, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the ride. It's just weird that he would not get out of the vehicle after he even agreed, okay, well, just go ahead and cancel it. Okay, why are you still in my car? Why are you trying to press for me to cancel it while have access to me? You can attack me, anything can happen. I ended up, as soon as all this was done, I ended up going around the corner and I called Lyft, because at the time I had my account was silver. So, well, it's still silver right now. It was silver, so I called Lyft and I explained to them what happened and that this was bullcrap and I was upset and everything. And that's why they gave me the $6 bonus on that particular ride. And I even did another ride afterward. And anytime you have a situation where you really believe that there's an issue with a passenger, maybe they're quiet or they slamming your door when they're getting out, which may mean, especially if you have your Bluetooth in and you couldn't hear anything, and they might have asked you for a stop or if they could add a stop, but you can't hear them. And so when you go to the drop off, now they're pissed off and they may slam your door and stuff. When you have situations like that, you need to take the next ride that they sent to you. Try to get you another ride in as soon as possible and be very polite to the person and try to be talkative. Hey, so did you have a long wait before they found you a driver? And try to be a little bit chatty so that they can tell that your words are not slurred. Make sure that you're driving and you're focused on the on the road really well. And the reason being is because towards the end of the ride, you want to ask the passenger, hey, and especially if you have a dash cam, you get this on recording. You say, quick question. As far as my driving is concerned and my vehicle, were you satisfied with the service that you received today? By asking them that and getting that on recording, oh man, yeah, it was fine. You did good. I appreciate it. Okay, you can now submit that to Lyft if your account gets deactivated. Okay, that last person said that I was under the influence, or that I was high, or driving bad. But the following passenger, who I accepted their ride a few minutes later, picked them up and gave them a ride, they said I did well. What about the passenger before that? I think you guys need to really look at our ratings and everything, so to prove that whether this individual in the middle is telling the truth or if they are lying. Okay. But like I said, with this dude, young cat, and I was pissed off when I did talk to Lyft as well, because they told me that I got 2 flags. And it was like, yeah, it was off of this ride that you're filing a complaint on right now. I got 2 flags off of it. So this dude wanted to hold me hostage in my car. You think that I have to take you somewhere else because you want to change your stuff? I already told you. I can show you in the app, bro. We can cancel if you change the destination. If you add a stop, that's not a problem. We can't cancel for that. But if you change the destination, we can cancel. So if you're supposed to be going a half a mile and now all of a sudden you want to go 12, 14, 16 miles, no, I can tell you we're going to have to end this ride now. Or I'm going to have to cancel because I'm not going to let you just change it. Even if you change it, I can tell you to change it back because I have an emergency. And this ride, I took this ride because it's headed in the direction that I was going in. It ain't no point in me not making any money while I got to get home. But I got a certain time I got to get back home. So, again, it's just situations like this it really pisses you off as a driver for people to try to pull stuff like this. Like, dude, you really that pissed off? You really that sorry? And like it says right here, driver canceled. They didn't give me anything at first. They didn't give me nothing. All right. And I ended that ride. I didn't hit the cancel button. I ended the ride. I swiped to end the ride. And I should have got paid something for that. But Lyft decided, nope, you're not getting anything. You didn't do nothing. So, and then they put it up under cancel, and I didn't cancel. And every time when you tell these people to, dispute something, they'll say, oh, it's not going to affect your cancellation rate. And it always does. It always does. Like, they ain't did nothing. They just tell you it's not going to affect your cancellation rate, and it still does end up affecting your cancellation rate. But like I said, this is a situation where not only myself, but other drivers go through with the stuff. But I'm telling you as a driver, do not let people hold you hostage in your vehicle. Do not be in your car, and a person says, hey, can you stop right here? It's only going to take me 2 minutes. You want them to put it in the app so you can get paid for it. You don't want to be believing in that whole, I'm going to tip you in the app. If you are a passenger, this is the passenger app right here. You can set a default tip. All you have to do is go to your settings. So when you're on the home page, there's 3 bars right in the left-hand corner. You click on that, you scroll down to settings, click on that, and you'll get to this page. Set a default tip. If you end up needing to make a stop, the driver isn't going to have a problem with making that stop because when we get your ride request, it shows up that that this ride comes with a pre-tip. So if you ask for us to make a stop and that you're going to tip us on the app, one, we already know that you got tipped and that you could go ahead and increase the tip that you're given. So guess what? Us as a driver will believe you. But the fact that me, a driver who has only requested and has taken 1 ride, the fact that I know how to use the passenger app and a lot of passengers pretend like they don't know how to do it, that is pathetic. You can go on in this spot right here. You can add riders. They can't request a ride, but you can request a ride for them. You can do it here. You can do it in the section where you're requesting a ride for yourself. Between the start and destination, there's a plus sign. You click on that, and it even gives you an explanation that the driver can leave if you exceed the time frame. And this goes for you drivers as well. Make sure you let people know, hey, I noticed that you have a stop. I just wanted to verify you understand Lyft's policy about the stop. A lot of times people say, oh, yeah, I already know. Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure because I think I left about 3 people today because they exceeded the time limit and everything. And I usually tell people, like, man, if you know you're going to be out in 2 minutes and you see that the time on the timer is almost ran out and you know you're going to be out in 2 minutes, you next in line and they just cashing out that person and everything like that, I don't mind waiting another minute or two. Okay, but other than that, I don't know if you in the back of the store. I don't know if you went in there and you now taking a piss or poop. I don't know if that's going on in there. So I'm ending the ride. And I tell people, you have to take all your belongings with you. All passengers must exit the vehicle at stops. And they, usually people say, man, are you going to leave me? I say, I have to wait for 5 minutes. Well, what if I take longer than that? I'm not getting paid for anything. I'll be honest with you. I have no reason to stay here. But I will tell you this. If you give me a courtesy call or a text message, let me know that you're at the register or whatever. But like if you're not even at the register or anything like that, I think it's just better for you to book another ride versus hold me up. Because I like the passengers that when they're going to the store and they're like, hey, do you want anything out of here? I used to say no, but now it's just like, hey, I'll take a water. They'll say, do you want anything else? Well, I mean, if you balling like that, instead of the water, I'll take a Monster. If they want to grab both, cool. But if you just want to grab the Monster, I'll take the Monster. Or I'll just take the water. It's fine with me. Give me a Nestle water. It's like $1.30, $1.45 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of energy drinks too, but nevertheless, hey, you saving me a couple extra bucks or giving me an extra energy drink because I usually have, anywhere between 4 or 6 of them. I know I'm a die. I'm drinking way too many energy drinks on a daily basis. I started that off in my last job. But anyway, like I said, this is just a situation where it just really pissed me off for this individual to sit there and try to file a complaint against me, but didn't realize I'm already ahead of you, buddy. He already made the complaint, but I done called Lyft and everything, and they disregarded your stuff. They threw your stuff out. You can't pull this bull crap on drivers that have high rating. So 8,000 rides, and I have 5 stars. 8,000 rides and I have 5 stars. You can't pull that on me. Now, if you try to pull that on a driver that has a history of messing up and making mistakes and being, passengers reporting on them, you may be able to get away with something. Maybe you can get away with it. But in your case, you're trying to change the drop off. Now, I know Lyft, and I know that they credited due. Because you should have been concerned about what the driver has to say, why the driver ended that ride right then and there. And you allowed him to flag my account for 2 reasons instead of getting verification. Because whatever he said, because he probably said that the driver was intoxicated or some other dumb stuff. But again, people don't know how to use the passenger app. They don't know how to use the passenger app to make complaints on drivers. It's a step process you got to go through. So this dude, while I was on the phone with Lyft, only a few minutes after the ride, he already filed a complaint. This is a new rider, remember? Brand new rider, new account. I really think that his last account got closed out. It got suspended on the platform. And he just made this account. Because you instantly knew how to go on the app and file a complaint. Meaning, this dude has been through some stuff with drivers before. This can't be a new account. He's been through this bullcrap with drivers before, and he tries to file these little complaints and everything. So, dude, just in case this guy is looking at this video, I just want to show this. The fact that right now it's a day later, I can go online. I have been online today. I was online for one more ride after his ride yesterday. So you didn't get my account deactivated, fam. You didn't get my account deactivated. And if they allowed you to rate me and everything, I want you to look at this, fam. I still got 5 stars, bro. Y'all passengers think that y'all ratings will really affect us like that. It's not. You give me 1 star. The next passenger gives me 5 stars. I'm back at 5 stars, baby. Back at 5 stars. Just because you want to sit here and you want to add a stop, guess what? I don't have to make the stop. I already accepted the ride request. You can't change the trip details without my permission. You ain't got my permission, you ain't changing nada. Ain't nothing about to be changed up in here. I'll take you to where you got to go and then you get the hell out my car. But that's the end of the story. We not playing these games in 2025. We ain't playing them. That stuff is over with. If you're a driver, you ain't got a dash cam, get a dash cam. Go on and get you, whether you want to get you a cheap one, get you a 4K one or whatever. It's going to be worth it because you can keep making your money. You're not going to be staying deactivated that long unless you're doing some bull crap that you're not supposed to be doing in the first place. All right. So again, you don't have to take this bull crap. And if you have to, get you a little message that you send to passengers like this one. Hello, the following can be found on Lyft website and Google. Riders must be 18 or older to ride along. Toddlers must have a booster seat. Infants must have a car seat. No eating or drinking open containers of any kind. If you don't wish to comply with it, it's best you find another driver willing to break these rules and laws. Thank you. All right. We get these passengers all the time. And as you can see, it didn't take that long. It looks like a lot. It didn't take that long for me to run through it. And I've ran through this before. And I could read this in 14 seconds. 22 if I'm just stumbling over the words and everything. But again, it's not a whole lot. It just looks like a lot. You can read through it real quickly as a passenger. But I have to send stuff like this to passengers in the morning time, and I have to send stuff like this to passengers at night. Because in the morning time, you have people trying to send their kids to school, and their kids are not 18 or older. And you got to book a ride both ways, dropping them off at school and coming back home, everything. You cannot be sitting here and trying to send your underage kid in my car. You drivers that are doing that, y'all need to stop that bull crap, man. Stop doing that. Do you realize if you get into an accident, Lyft is not responsible if you picked up that teenager? Because you already signed the arbitration agreement. You understand Lyft's policies and rules. So if you pick up that person because you got a 3 ride streak or you got a bonus hour, you're going to look pretty dang on stupid where if you get into an accident and now you're stuck paying somebody's medical bills while you're usually getting $3 or $4 payouts on rides. It's going to be real hard and take a very long time to pay those medical bills off and the pain and suffering. So don't make it to where Lyft is not responsible because you broke the rules. They allow these passengers to do this stuff. All right. We can actually report that it was an unaccompanied minor. So when you get to the pickup location and you see that it's an unaccompanied minor, then that is the reason for you to cancel the ride. Don't worry about the ride challenge and the bonus hours and all of this stuff. It's not worth it if you get into an accident. It's not worth it. Don't do it. But all in all, because I don't want to make this video any longer, it just went to 23 minutes to 24 minutes in a second. But all in all, like I said, my issue with this guy is that, dude, bro, you did not have to go and try to make false complaints. I'm an independent contractor, you bum. I am a contractor. I am not an employee. You can't tell me what the hell to do in my car. The hell? Like, that is just dumb as hell, bro. You really think you can just say you're going a half a mile, get in my car and say, hey, I'm going somewhere else? I am not a taxi. Call up Black and White. That's the taxi in this area. Call them up and go ahead and pull that bull crap with them. So you can pay all of that extra money. But do not try to get no Lyft driver just because you don't see that many available drivers. Or you make the assumption that drivers want a short trip. All right? We get base fare for a short trip. It's $3. They was paying like, what was that, $4.35 for his trip? But, you know, and he was going a half a mile, but normally we would only get 3. You know, but nevertheless, you're thinking that you can just wait till the driver get here. Now, in most cases, you can. But if you're gonna try to add a stop, you gotta start the conversation right. The right way to start that conversation is to be like, hey, my man, before you start the ride, I got an extra $20 right here, cash. That's how you start that conversation. Because I chewed my man out in the beginning. I was like, if you about to change the destination, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go ahead and cancel. Because 1, it's a new rider. 2, man, I already was suspicious about something that's going on with that particular ride in the first place, off rip. And normally I don't come off on people like that. I swear to y'all, I don't normally come off on people like that. But dude, I don't know, man. Like it just came out like that because I had already sent him that message, and I think I didn't mention anything in the app about stops or verifying your address or whatever. Like, damn, how much do I need to send to people? You know, I just basically wanted to make sure kids are safe and everything. Because if I had to really write out something to like notify them of all of the issues that I have to encounter every day, or drivers encounter every day, man, it'd have been a lot longer. You know, so again, all of this could have been avoided if dude would have just put in the right information. You would have had to edit it when you got in my car. You would have had to edit it before the ride or whatever. And I hope this idiot didn't think that he could just tell, because he did tell me, he was like, man, I'm going to tip you. Bro, first off, I wouldn't get that tip until after the ride. And then secondly, you know, you ain't even say you was going to change the destination in the app. And it's my fault because, like I said, I already chopped dude off, you know, from saying anything else. So I don't know if he was going to add a stop, change the destination, or whatever it is. All I know is that I was already not being paid enough for that ride. And at the same time, you want to change the destination and I have to do more miles, put more miles on my car? No. And I hate when people be talking about, oh, it's just going to be right down the street. And it goes from 4 miles to 12 miles. Like, dude, man, come on, man. That's not right down the street. Right down the street is a couple blocks. When you start hitting to a mile or more, man, that right down the street is out the window. And I've had quite a few people do that. I've had people say, hey, I don't want to be dropped off right here. Just keep on driving. I'll show you where. And I've had that situation happen before. And I'm like, hey, look, come on now. We've been driving for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you going like a half a block or a block or two, I'm cool with it. But like we almost about to hit a mile. You know, and you're going to have to put that in the app. People don't really realize that these rides are being tracked, you know? And if I'm driving past your drop-off, Lyft is flagging that. They're flagging that. They're thinking something is wrong. And I don't feel like dealing with that stuff, man, because when something really does go wrong, I want my account where it's consistently I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So when something really is happening, you know, they like, wait a minute, this is not normal. This is not an ordinary. You know what I'm saying? And they can get the cops there. But for me to keep doing stuff, that means they're not going to flag it. They're going to be like, oh, well, this is usual. This is the norm for this driver. Appreciate you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.